Marriage is a journey, not a destination. Have you ever wondered what it takes to maintain a truly happy and fulfilling marriage? In today's world, where relationships are often tested by societal pressures, financial stress, and personal struggles, the concept of a peaceful, loving marriage can feel like an unattainable dream. But what if I told you that Islam has already provided us with timeless principles, powerful habits that can transform your marriage into a source of tranquility and joy? Imagine a home where love is nurtured through simple yet profound actions, where understanding flourishes, and where conflicts are resolved with wisdom and patience. But too often, couples find themselves trapped in cycles of misunderstanding, resentment, and emotional distance. They struggle with communication, expectations, and the overwhelming responsibilities of daily life. In the midst of these challenges, many wonder, is it even possible to have a happy marriage? The answer is a resounding yes, and Islam provides us with the tools to achieve it. Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "The best of you are those who are best to their wives, and I am the best among you to my wives." Tirmidhi. This beautiful hadith serves as a guiding light, showing us that the secret to a successful marriage lies in kindness, respect, and understanding, qualities that are deeply rooted in our faith. But here's the reality. Happiness in marriage doesn't happen by chance. It's a result of conscious effort and adopting habits that align with Islamic teachings. Whether you are newly married, have been together for years, or are preparing for marriage, adopting these 5 powerful Islamic habits can bring immense barakah, blessing, into your relationship. In this video, we will explore these habits, each backed by the wisdom of the Quran and Sunnah, and how they can help you cultivate a loving and fulfilling bond with your spouse. So, stay with us as we dive into the secrets of a happy marriage, uncover practical steps, and reflect on the wisdom of Islam in strengthening the most important relationship in your life. Are you ready to transform your marriage and bring it closer to the ideal that Allah has envisioned for us? Let's get started. Marriage is often portrayed as a fairy tale, a perfect union filled with love, laughter, and companionship. But reality, as many couples quickly realize, can be quite different. The truth is, every marriage faces challenges, and sometimes those challenges can feel overwhelming. Think about it. How many couples start their journey filled with love and excitement, only to find themselves struggling with misunderstandings, unmet expectations, and emotional distance? A husband comes home after a long day, expecting warmth and comfort, but instead, he is met with silence or frustration. A wife who once felt cherished and heard now feels invisible, lost in the daily grind of responsibilities. It starts with small things, little arguments over household chores, financial stress, or differing opinions on parenting. Over time, these small issues can snowball into deep resentments. You may have heard statements like, "We don't talk like we used to." "I feel like we're just living as roommates." "I don't think my spouse understands me anymore." These thoughts are more common than we realize, and they often lead to feelings of loneliness even within the marriage. Many couples silently suffer, thinking they are the only ones facing these struggles. But the reality is that marriage requires effort, patience, and a strong foundation, something that Islam beautifully provides. Consider Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, the beloved wife of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. She once recounted how the Prophet would show affection in the simplest ways, whether through kind words, a gentle touch, or even sharing a plate of food. Yet today, Many couples overlook these small gestures, thinking grand gestures are the key to happiness, when in reality, it's the daily habits that build a strong bond. But what happens when those habits are neglected? Lack of communication leads to assumptions. Assumptions lead to misunderstandings. And misunderstandings, left unresolved, can lead to an emotional drift that is difficult to repair. In extreme cases, this emotional drift can manifest into serious marital issues, arguments that never seem to resolve, feelings of neglect, or even seeking comfort outside of the relationship. For many couples, they reach a breaking point where they wonder if they have married the right person, questioning if happiness is even possible anymore. But here's the truth. Marriage in Islam is not meant to be a source of stress, but rather a source of comfort and tranquility. The Quran reminds us, "And among his signs is this, that he created for you spouses from among yourselves, that you may find tranquility in them, and he has placed between you affection and mercy." Surah Ar-Rum 30:21. This verse is a powerful reminder that happiness in marriage is possible, but it requires the right approach. If we fail to prioritize our marriage and apply the teachings of Islam, the challenges we face will continue to grow. But what if we could change the narrative? What if we could adopt simple, yet powerful habits that would bring us closer to our spouse, just as the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, demonstrated in his own life? The good news is, Islam provides a complete guide on how to nurture love, patience, and understanding within marriage. And by implementing these habits, you can restore the peace and love you once had, or even create something better. In the next section, we will explore how Islamic teachings offer a roadmap to a happy, fulfilling marriage, helping you navigate the struggles with wisdom and faith. Stay with us, because what you'll discover might just transform your relationship forever. In Islam, marriage is more than just a contract. It is a sacred bond filled with love, mercy, and mutual understanding. Allah has designed marriage to be a source of comfort and tranquility, providing both partners with support and companionship through life's ups and downs. But maintaining a happy marriage requires effort, commitment, and most importantly, the right habits, ones that are deeply rooted in Islamic teachings. The Quran beautifully outlines the essence of a successful marriage. And among his signs is that he created for you spouses from among yourselves, that you may find tranquility in them, and he has placed between you affection and mercy. Indeed, in that are signs for people who reflect. Surah Ar-Rum 30:21. This verse highlights two essential ingredients for a happy marriage: affection and mercy. These qualities are not mere emotions, but actionable habits that can be cultivated through Islamic principles. Let's explore 5 powerful Islamic habits that can transform any marriage into a source of endless joy and fulfillment. 1. Strengthening taqwa, God consciousness. At the core of every successful marriage is a strong connection with Allah. When both spouses prioritize their relationship with their Creator, their relationship with each other naturally strengthens. Taqwa brings humility, patience, and an understanding that their union is a test and blessing from Allah. Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "The best among you are those who are best to their wives." Tirmidhi. Developing taqwa means treating each other with kindness, forgiveness, and sincerity. When a spouse understands that their actions will be held accountable in the hereafter, they are more inclined to fulfill their marital duties with love and patience. Solution: establish a habit of praying together, making dua for each other, and seeking Allah's guidance in times of difficulty. This creates a spiritual bond that strengthens the emotional connection. 2. Practicing effective communication. Many marital conflicts stem from poor communication. Islam teaches us the importance of speaking with kindness and listening with an open heart. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, was known for his gentle and compassionate communication with his wives, always addressing them with respect and understanding. Speak to people kindly. Surah Al-Baqarah 283. Solution: develop a habit of daily check-ins, where both spouses express their feelings and concerns without judgment. Use gentle words, avoid raising voices, and always listen attentively. The key is to remember that communication in marriage is not just about words, it's about emotional connection and understanding. 3. Expressing gratitude and appreciation. A grateful heart nurtures love and strengthens bonds. In Islam, expressing gratitude is an act of worship, and when applied to marriage, it brings countless blessings. Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, encouraged spouses to appreciate each other's efforts and not take them for granted. He who does not thank people does not thank Allah. Abu Dawood. When couples focus on what their spouse is doing right, rather than dwelling on their shortcomings, it fosters positivity and happiness. Solution: make it a habit to express gratitude daily, whether it's a small thank you for preparing a meal or acknowledging efforts in providing for the family. These small acts of appreciation create an atmosphere of love and respect, patience and forgiveness. No marriage is free from challenges, and patience, sabr, is the key to enduring hardships. Islam emphasizes the importance of patience and forgiveness in maintaining healthy relationships. Allah repeatedly reminds us in the Quran about the rewards of patience, and marriage is no exception. And those who restrain anger and pardon the people, and Allah loves the doers of good. Surah Ali Imran 3:134. Holding grudges can lead to emotional distance, whereas forgiveness strengthens the bond between spouses. Solution: develop the habit of letting go of minor annoyances and focusing on the bigger picture. Marriage as a means of attaining Jannah together. Practice making dua for your spouse instead of harboring negative feelings. 5. Acts of love and compassion. Love in marriage isn't just about grand gestures. It's about the small, consistent acts of kindness and compassion that sustain a relationship. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, showed love in the simplest ways, helping with household chores, sharing food, and expressing affection through words and touch. The best of you is the one who is best to his family. Ibn Majah. Small gestures such as a kind smile, leaving a thoughtful note, or making a cup of tea for your spouse can have a profound impact on the relationship. Solution: make a habit of showing affection daily, whether through physical touch, words of affirmation, or spending quality time together. Conclusion: building a happy marriage with Islamic habits. By incorporating these 5 powerful Islamic habits into daily life, couples can create a marriage that is not only filled with love and understanding, but also serves as a means to gain Allah's pleasure. A marriage rooted in Islamic principles is resilient, fulfilling, and a true blessing in both this life and the hereafter. When challenges arise, remember that marriage is a journey, not a destination. With patience, love, and faith, every couple can achieve the tranquility and happiness that Allah promises. Let's take the teachings of Islam and apply them wholeheartedly to our marriages, making them a source of joy and an avenue for success in both worlds. When it comes to implementing Islamic habits in marriage, several misconceptions and objections often arise. Some may believe that Islamic teachings on marriage are outdated or that they place an unequal burden on one spouse over the other. Others may think that following religious principles limits personal freedom and happiness in a relationship. However, understanding the wisdom behind these teachings can help clear these doubts and reaffirm the beauty of an Islamic marriage. Misconception 1. Islamic marriage rules are too strict and limit happiness. One of the most common misconceptions is that Islamic guidelines for marriage are too rigid, making it difficult for couples to enjoy their relationship freely. People may believe that adhering to Islamic principles means sacrificing joy and personal desires. Reality: Islam does not restrict happiness. Rather, it provides a framework that nurtures love, respect, and mutual understanding. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, himself emphasized kindness, humor, and affection in marriage. He once raced with Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, and always encouraged lightheartedness within the home. And we created you in pairs. Surah An-Naba 78.8. This verse reminds us that Allah has designed marriage as a source of companionship and support, not restriction. By following Islamic teachings, couples can find balance between fun and responsibility. Solution: embrace the teachings of Islam in a way that enhances mutual love and joy. Couples should engage in halal fun activities together and appreciate the blessings that come with following a righteous path. Misconception 2. Islamic marriage is all about male dominance. Another widespread misconception is that Islam grants husbands absolute authority and leaves wives with little say in the marriage. This belief stems from cultural misinterpretations rather than the true teachings of Islam. Reality: Islam promotes mutual respect and partnership in marriage. The Quran clearly states, "And they, women, have rights similar to those of men over them in kindness." Surah Al-Baqarah 2228. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, demonstrated through his actions that a husband should treat his wife with kindness, involve her in decisions, and respect her opinions. Marriage in Islam is a partnership where both spouses complement each other's strengths and responsibilities. Solution: couples should strive to follow the example of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, ensuring that respect and consultation are present in every aspect of their relationship. Misconception 3. Forgiveness in marriage means being weak. Many believe that if they forgive their spouse often, it will make them seem weak, or that they will be taken advantage of. Holding on to past mistakes is sometimes considered a way to maintain control. Reality: forgiveness is one of the core principles of Islam and is a sign of strength, not weakness. Allah Himself is the most forgiving, and He encourages believers to adopt this quality in their relationships and let them pardon and overlook. Would you not like that Allah should forgive you? Surah An-Nur 24:22. Forgiveness in marriage leads to emotional healing, trust building, and stronger bonds. It prevents small disagreements from turning into larger issues that can damage the relationship. Solution: both spouses should adopt a mindset of seeking Allah's reward through forgiving each other's shortcomings, focusing on growth and positivity instead of resentment. Misconception 4. Marriage should always be perfect. Many people enter marriage with unrealistic expectations, believing that love will always be effortless and problems should never arise if they have married the right person. Reality: marriage is a journey filled with ups and downs. Even the best of marriages, including that of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, had challenges. Islam teaches us that patience and effort are required to sustain love and harmony. Solution: instead of expecting perfection, couples should focus on continuous growth, communication, and seeking Allah's help in times of difficulty. By addressing these misconceptions with knowledge and wisdom, couples can overcome doubts and embrace the beauty of an Islamic marriage built on love, respect, and understanding. Marriage is a journey filled with trials and triumphs, and often the most valuable lessons come from the experiences of others. Let me share with you a touching story that beautifully illustrates the power of Islamic habits in building a happy and fulfilling marriage. The story of Ahmed and Aisha, a marriage transformed by Islamic habits. Ahmed and Aisha had been married for 5 years. In the beginning, their love was strong, and their relationship was filled with joy and laughter. But as time passed, the demands of life, work, and responsibilities took their toll. Small misunderstandings turned into heated arguments, and gradually, a wall of silence grew between them. Aisha often found herself questioning, "Is this the same man I fell in love with?" Meanwhile, Ahmed felt the pressure of providing for the family and struggled with the guilt of not being emotionally present. It seemed as though their love was fading, and they were merely coexisting under the same roof. One evening, after a particularly heated argument, Aisha sat down with tears in her eyes and whispered a heartfelt dua, "Ya Allah, guide us back to the love we once had. Show us the way." That night she came across a lecture about the Prophet Muhammad's, peace and blessings be upon him, teachings on marriage. Inspired, she decided to incorporate 5 powerful Islamic habits into their daily lives. The transformation begins. Aisha began with the first habit: kindness in words and actions. She made a conscious effort to speak gently and appreciate Ahmed's efforts, even if they were small. Slowly, Ahmed noticed the change and started responding in the same loving manner. Next, they introduced praying together, a practice that helped them reconnect spiritually and emotionally. Standing side by side in salah, asking Allah for barakah in their marriage, they found a new sense of peace and unity. One day, Ahmed came home to find a handwritten note from Aisha that said, "Jazakallah khair for everything you do for us." It was a small gesture, but it reminded him of why he fell in love with her in the first place. Inspired by this, Ahmed made an effort to practice expressing gratitude daily, another powerful Islamic habit. The most profound shift happened when they started incorporating forgiveness and patience. Instead of arguing over past mistakes, they learned to forgive and move forward, following the example of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, who said, "The best of you are those who are best to their wives." Finally, they committed to continuous learning, attending Islamic lectures on marriage and seeking advice from scholars when needed. They understood that marriage required constant effort and improvement. The climax: a renewed love. Months passed, and their home was no longer filled with silence and tension, but with warmth and understanding. One evening, as they sat together reminiscing, Ahmed looked at Aisha and said, "I never imagined our marriage could feel this beautiful again." Tears welled in Aisha's eyes as she realized that Allah had answered her dua in ways she never expected. The 5 Islamic habits had not only saved their marriage, but had brought them closer to Allah and to each other. The lesson for us: this story teaches us that no marriage is beyond repair if we turn to Allah and follow His guidance. Through kindness, prayer, gratitude, patience, and continuous learning, we can cultivate a marriage filled with love, respect, and blessings. If you're facing challenges in your marriage, take a step back, reflect, and apply these powerful habits inspired by the teachings of our beloved Prophet. Peace and blessings be upon him. Allah's guidance is always there. It's up to us to seek it. Marriage is a sacred bond, a blessing from Allah, and a journey that requires effort, patience, and faith. The 5 powerful Islamic habits we discussed today are not just theoretical concepts. They are practical steps that can transform your marriage and bring you closer to your spouse, and most importantly, closer to Allah. As you reflect on your own relationship, ask yourself, have I been kind in my words and actions, just as the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, taught us? Do I take time to pray with my spouse and ask Allah to bless our union? Am I expressing gratitude for the small things, or am I focusing only on what's missing? Do I forgive and show patience, even when it's difficult? Have I invested in learning and growing together with my spouse? If any of these areas need improvement, remember, it's never too late to start. Allah's mercy is vast, and with sincere effort, you can bring positive change into your marriage. Start small, but stay consistent. Even a simple act of kindness, a heartfelt dua, or a shared moment of prayer can rekindle love and harmony. Let today be a turning point. Commit to applying these habits and watch how Allah fills your home with tranquility and barakah. And remember, when you build your relationship on the foundation of Islamic principles, success is guaranteed, not just in this life, but in the hereafter as well. Take a moment now to make dua for your marriage. Ask Allah for guidance, patience, and understanding. And if you found this video helpful, share it with others who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more Islamic insights that can help you on your journey. May Allah bless you and your spouse with endless love and understanding. Ameen.